AudioJungle.
Watch WWE Presents. You guys seem to like 10 best moments CM Punk, so let's go from one charismatic talker to the next. The Rock is to a promo what Freddie Mercury is to a song, or what Vince McMahon is to insanity. They just go hand in hand, or mic to mouth. I could easily just put 10 lines from The Rock as he's a real life catchphrase jukebox. Put in a quarter, out comes an insult.
What is your name? It doesn't matter what your name is!
I'm D-Wicket from Watch WWE, and these are the 10 best moments. The Rock. Number 10, the Nation of Domination. Believe it or not, The Rock wasn't always the polarizing and charismatic figure he is today. In fact, when he debuted, he was the smiling, happy-go-lucky babyface with a personality like a fallen tree branch and wasn't exactly over with the fans. Insert Die Rocky Die sign here. Unlike The Rock's not really cousin Roman Reigns, WWE weren't 100% invested on him being babyface, and when the fans rejected him, they turned him heel when he returned from an ankle injury by calling him The Rock and putting him with D'Lo Brown, Kama, and Farouk to create the Nation of Domination. During most of their run, The Rock was the Intercontinental Champion and using the belt the way it's actually supposed to be meant, insert multiple failed IC champions here, and used it to propel himself into the main event, which is exactly what the stable accomplished, turning Die Rocky Die into the People's Champion. Number 9, Feud with John Cena. The Rock has had so many amazing moments that I couldn't find a spot for an insult. However, the year-long feud with the Dr. Thugonomics showcased The Rock at his best and showing that even though it wasn't the Attitude Era, Dwayne could still light a WWE crowd on fire. The matches at Mania though? I'm so sorry CM Punk. Number 8, ending the decade-long WWE Championship drought. I repeat, I'm so sorry CM Punk. While I completely disagree with the booking, I personally think it's ridiculous CM Punk was sidelined for Rock vs. Cena Part 2. However, still, it must be said that winning the WWE Championship after about 10.5 years since losing it to Brock Lesnar is pretty impressive, and was a huge moment for The Rock. Number 7, the Rock and Sock connection. The Rock and Mick Foley go together like a small town girl living in a lonely world and a city boy born and raised in South Detroit. Where the am I going with this? Two of the most beloved professional wrestlers of all time, The Rock and Mick Foley have always been two of the most genuinely likable personalities in the WWE, so I don't know exactly what this spot is. I guess their entire being is a tag team? Sure, why the not? Number 6, getting the win for Team WWF. Well, this storyline sure went sour. The invasion angle started off pretty cool, but ended in a trail of disappointment, just like when your dad told you he was taking you to go get ice cream and then took you to the doctor's office. Just like beating CM Punk at Royal Rumble 2013, I don't necessarily agree with how it went, but it's pretty hard to deny the impact The Rock had being the person to get the win for Team WWF and end the alliance. The match ended with Stone Cold versus The Rock, and oh, we'll get to that feud. But after two team members crossed, Jericho betraying the WWF and Angle betraying the alliance, Rocky got the pin on Austin. 1, 2, 3. After his time with the Nation of Domination, because he's Dwayne fucking Johnson and oozes charisma like Ric Flair oozes blood, the finals of the tournament saw The Rock and Mankind face off for the title, and because hey, it worked last year, let's do the screw job finish again. Well, unlike Natalya versus Charlotte at Payback 2016, the finish actually worked because it hadn't already been done 20 times before, and it gave a great double turn to make Mankind a face and put The Rock with Shane and Vince McMahon, forming the heel stable, the Corporation. Number 3, versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 17. You knew this was it, and fucking finally we get a feud that also has a fantastic match to go along with it, because goddamn was this good. Easily the best of their 3 WrestleMania encounters, it's also debatably The Rock's best match. WrestleMania 17 is widely believed to be the best WWE pay-per-view of all time, just behind December to Dismember, and aside from the very ending of it, it was a damn good show. The only real complaint I have is how the match ended. It's petty, but Stone Cold's heel turn was about as necessary as smoking. Number 2, This Is Your Life. One of the highest rated Raw segments of all time with some of the highest ratings of all time. Boy, that's a redundant sentence. During the tag team of the Rock and Sock connection as mentioned in our last video, watch all our videos. Wait, that's this video. Awkward. Anyways, Mick Foley came out to give The Rock a happy birthday surprise by bringing out people of The Rock's past who, to The Rock, equated to dog crap. Oh yeah, and surprise! The episode aired on September 27th, which prompted The Rock to say, "The Rock's birthday is May 2nd, you stupid son of a bitch." Foley tried it again in 2011 for John Cena, and it was crashed when The Rock came out and rock bottomed Foley. For shame. Honorable mentions: that ladder match with Triple H, anytime he impersonated Triple H, that Die Rocky Die sign, okay, not really, I just really wanted to see it again, and of course, anything he's ever said into a microphone ever. And number 1 versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Stone Cold versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17 was possibly his best. However, a year later he fought Hulk Hogan in what was a true crowd electrifier. The Icon versus Icon match basically was pitting the 80s wrestling boom versus the Attitude Era. Seriously, back in 2002, this would be like if Elvis fought the Beatles, and what a sight that would be. The crowd was absolutely insane and honestly made the match. The wrestling itself was nothing special, it's the insane reactions that made it the colossal being that it is. It's The Rock's best match to this day, and somehow it didn't main event WrestleMania. Idiots. And those are the 10 best moments. The Rock. What are your thoughts? Tell us in the comments, and if you smell what The Rock is cooking, you should probably see a doctor, and like the video and subscribe for more awesome wrestling content. Thank you all for watching.